Culinary compounds with seaside sceneries is a new feat of North Jakarta. This new feat expand the market share which lately dominated by south of Jakarta people. And surely, new players in North made huge moves with new experiences for the new market. I'm Kevin Rasumantri, come taste the beauty, only on Sea Indonesia. Restaurants for me is the beating heart of a city. A venue where good food and community intertwine. That is why I love exploring new places, from those hidden on landways to the glitz and glam of modern restaurants. Follow me while I'm visiting the most exciting eating places around cities, only on Sea Indonesia. Oh my Oh my god, look at around me. You see that if you still want to get the freshest seafood in Jakarta, North Jakarta is still the place. This is where I am, at the newly established Pasar Ikan Muara Baru, which is located in the north of Jakarta. It's established in 2019. I don't say it's to replace, but it's to give options for people who want to get the fresh seafood next to the Muara Angke, the old market. But here, if you see that this is like a living city, non-stop bustling. Why? Because this new Pasar Ikan Muara Baru is adjacent to the integrated ecosystem for the export and import fishery area, which called Nizam Zahman. And before I get lost, I have to meet my friend, Chef Adit, that he's been around here for I think 3 to 4 times, and I'm gonna meet him I think right there. Yeah, Adit. Oh, you man?
Oh, you good to see you?
No, I was lost. Literally, so huge. It's so humongous.
It's so easy to get overwhelmed here. Yeah?
This is my first time.
No, I've been here for quite a few times.
My goodness.
Yeah,
But
it's such a fun place, eh?
I think this is your place, right?
Yeah.
I was from another part of the city and I came here. And I love the energy.
Yes.
My God, this is
You
so...
came in at the right time. You know,
Right.
they just came in with the boats and everything. This is all fresh catch. You know?
So that's why everyone is so busy.
Yes, it's
They're
just so
like
busy.
coming in and having out a new fish is coming in and someone is bringing in.
Everybody's just
Oh, wow.
unloading. But yeah, there's something that I have to show you over there. It's super, super.
Oh, let's shout. Lead the way.
Good.
So yeah. So how do you know about what's one? This is one. Kakap merah, red snapper.
Yes, red snapper. So it's really, really popular. How you actually...
Oh, it's steamed that.
Yes,
it's really
steam
nice.
the pan fry it, fillet it, deep fry it,
Oh,
bake it.
I didn't realize there's so many kinds of seafood that you can have in this humongous market. Yeah. It doesn't smell anything.
Yeah, exactly. So when you open up, it kind of have slight smell of the
Just a
sea.
smell of the sea. Yeah, exactly. Briny.
Exactly.
It's so fresh.
You look at the eyes; it's still clear.
Yeah.
You know, it's still firm.
Yeah. So which one
Best
that you think
there
you have the best to buy?
I would say I would actually go for some of the snapper here,
Okay.
and the prawns are beautiful as well. It's still firm.
It still have the
So
Yushi.
these are tiger prawns.
Yeah.
Really small. You can fry it. You can steam it. Peel it and eat it. It's so sweet.
Who knew that in Jakarta you can have this kind of market, right?
Yes.
This kind of market. All of this.
Beautiful.
I think we go with what?
Pak. Ini sekilo berapa? 65. 60 bisa nggak? 60. Saya beli 2 kilo 55 bisa nggak? 5 bisa?
See, that's the thing that I cannot do. Bargaining.
Itu 2 kilo ya? 2 kilo, 55 dapat nggak, Pak? 60 dapat. Udah 60 boleh dah.
Dah. Nah, yang depan.
Juga mau.
Ikan. Waduh, cakep nih.
So let's do some of the prawns as well.
Right there.
Yeah.
See, 1, 2, 2, 3. I'm really bad at counting. Okay. Go. So with this price, you can have those.
You can feed at least 8.
So many people with only like 325,000.
You have squid, you have prawns, you have fish.
My
Beautiful.
goodness. Thank you. So what is this like alien creature then?
Everybody calls it that.
Yeah.
So this is actually mantis shrimp.
Look at the flesh.
Look at the flesh.
It's kind of thick and
Yes.
big.
It's very thick
Yeah.
and has the consistency of somewhere around lobster and prawns.
Oh, delicious.
Delicious, really delicious. Fun fact about this, so it does its clap. So it has a really strong clap. So that's how they actually prey on them.
It looks so.
It looks so weird. It looks like a giant grasshopper. right?
Yeah, it's like a giant grasshopper.
Yeah.
Looks
But
so
these are delicious, extremely sweet.
tasty and sweet.
Taste.
Ah,
You
gosh.
grill it, you put some sauce on it,
And
some
that's
boom
it.
boom. That's it.
And speaking of that, so how much do you want to buy? So we already get lots of seafood, and now after this we're gonna go upstairs and cook and eat the freshest and the most delicious seafood possible. My goodness, dude, look at this mantis. How much we pay for it? 18?
I think we paid like for 2 places is 80K.
80K of this. I can imagine when you go in the restaurant, it's around 250, 300.
250 to 300.
My goodness.
Good. Yes.
And it's really nice. Yeah, I mean, you buy it downstairs and then you put it.
Yes.
And then you want people to cook it for you, and with this.
It's really interesting. So mantis shrimp, so this is a typical dish with the sauce for crab.
Ah.
So how you eat it is has a lot of spikes. So you might
Ooh,
want to be a
dangerous.
little bit careful. So we start in the middle, take off all the feet, and then you just open it up like a lobster. or something like that.
I
from
think
the small
eating
ones.
seafood like this is really the best, right?
This is the best way to eat seafood. You know, just with your hands getting down and dirty.
Yeah, down
you
and
know.
dirty. Ooh, look at that.
Look at that. So you take off the head. And
I
you just-
remember when the first time we met, you also cooked seafood, right?
Yeah, it
but
was
you
seafood.
didn't grilled fish, in a way.
Yeah, it was. I think it was roasted fish. Yeah, it was so way back then. It was 6 years
years
ago.
ago.
Right. So what you want to do is actually
Yeah.
peel up. So you expose a little bit of the
expose
meat,
flesh.
one by one. So you take a little bit off
Oh, look at that.
and just start.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's so delicious.
It's-
It's so delicious. Man.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, good. I'm doing this.
Getting down and dirty. Yeah.
Oh,
It's so nice.
nothing can beat the
I think I need that.
succulent.
The sweet
the
seafood
goodness and
and then the
sweetness.
sauce a little bit tangy and spicy.
When the last time you go to this? Muara Baru.
So most of the time, it's kind of like a regular thing, you know. At least like we go here about like 2 to 3 times a month.
Oh, really?
Yes. So we actually do have a few suppliers here. We have a few contacts here, but
For business.
For business, sometimes you just want to go here just to check out, get more inspirations for
Exactly.
new dishes, what's new, what's good.
Yeah. I think what's really interesting about this, if you look at all this cooking, when we see like right there, you have like ikan bakar khas Jimbaran Bali, the Bali style of grilled seafood, and that the Makassar style of grilled seafood, and then you have the Manado.
Yes, this is everything here.
I mean, who knew that in Indonesia we have so many kinds of grilled techniques, right? Different kinds of the style of grilling.
And us being a country with mostly islands and then surrounded by a lot of waters, it's just so natural for these cuisines to pop up. So we have like at least like thousands of ways to cook seafood.
Yeah.
Thousands of sauces that goes with seafood as well.
Exactly.
It's just the combination is just endless.
One thing that I really want to see more in the restaurant is that we've seen too much of steak restaurant.
Yes.
Of steak. I want more restaurants on seafood.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the thing. It just makes a lot of sense.
We're a coastal city.
We're a coastal city. Exactly. It just makes more sense.
It makes more sense, guys.
Yeah.
We have so many good steak restaurants already, but come on, we have so many good seafood
So
like
many
this.
dishes, yeah.
Terima kasih, Mas.
Terima
Look
kasih.
at that.
Look at that.
Oh, the fatty, fatty one. So, this is my favorite seafood.
The squid, eh?
Of all, the squid.
Wow. Why is that?
So I still remember when we have this vacation to Anyer.
Right. Okay.
There's this beach restaurant. It's called Pondok Sareka.
Yeah.
I vividly still can remember and feel the coldness of the sand beneath my feet and the aroma and everything under the breeze of the palm trees. Right.
Wow.
After we finished swimming in the beach and the food that I really loved back there was the squid, because I think for the kid it's so easy. You don't have time. You don't have to put effort to peel on the shells like a squid or crab.
And then we're having this grilled simply with a little bit of kecap manis, right? So it's the typical way that you eat it, right?
So ladies and gentlemen, this is only a view of an ocean gastronomic experience that you can get in the north of Jakarta. Because after this, I will take you to experience another gastronomic experience of eating in the ocean front of Jakarta. Follow me while I'm visiting the most exciting eating places around cities only on Sea Indonesia. So here I am next to Thalassa Restaurant by Joey, which is a new restaurant and a newborn entertaining and eating and lifestyle district in the North Jakarta, which is Cove at Batavia Peak. As you can see, that Cove at Batavia Peak is also established by the same group who established the phenomenal Pancoran Peak. And if you see that lots of brands here, like in hot stuff, Alolas, they're all food brands from the south. But what makes this district is very unique is actually the breeze and this seaside vibe. So if you peruse down the menu of Thalassa, you will realize and notice that 80% of all the menu is like a tribute to seafood. Because it's obvious, the area is the shore of Jakarta, which is the new developed area of Pantai Indah Kapuk. But other than the seafood dishes, you will see very unique, I'll say, touch of Italian flair into it. For example, it's like the fritto misto or the ossobuco. Why? Because when Thalassa opened, they collaborated with Chef Andri Susanto from Oma Eli, which if you saw one of our episodes, we went to Oma Eli and then we spoke to Chef Andre, and he's this new guy that talks about Italian cuisine in Jakarta, but not only in Jakarta, but his reputation is famous all around Indonesia. And I can't wait to taste the dishes that I already ordered actually. Thank you, yeah. Thank you, Mas. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Oh, I like this. What they call the black pearl drink. I love the shape of it. This is like a Hawaiian tiki glass. If you know the iconic, the Polynesian one, but even the flavor. I love the depthness, the sweetness, and the smokiness of the dark rum. It's so nautical, it's so tropical. As well as what I love is that they are using this, I think they're having this, we call it Orgeat syrup. Sometimes it's made from almond, sometimes it's made from rose water or even orange. It's a typical syrup that people use when they're making an amazing cocktail to give this a depthness, the body and the sweetness of it. Very refreshing and not too heavy. You know what I like from this too? The two, I do believe it inspired by this signature dish of the New England cuisine. So New England is when you go to the United States of America, and they're so famous for their lobster roll, which is an iconic dish that use brioche bun, which is that sweet. And then on the inside, they put either it's crab or lobster, hence the name. So the combination of the sweetness from the lobster will match with the sweetness of the brioche. And I think that's their inspirations coming from, so yeah. Oh yeah. And I think Thalassa's version of the prawn roll and the lobster roll, they add a combination of something like a dressing base, mayo base. So it's creamier other than more chunky. And of course, to add a little bit of caviar is never a wrong thing to do. To add this just a kiss of luxury. But of course, all of this interesting opening is only a start, because after this I will be heading to the Pinisi boats, a ship, it's not a boat, which is the main spectacle of Thalassa and the place where I'm going to have my main dishes. Follow me while I'm visiting the most exciting eating places around cities only on Sea Indonesia. So Thalassa Pinisi is the main spectacle of Thalassa restaurants. It is the one that went viral like few months ago when the first restaurants blew up on the social media. But speaking about Pinisi, do you know actually Pinisi is not the name of the ship. It is actually the idea of configuration or anatomy of the ship. rather than the ship itself. So when we talk about pinisi, we talk about sail, and then the mast, and then the ropes, the lines, and everything, the anatomy of that ship. So the idea of this configuration of pinisi concept was first made by the people of Kojo in South Sulawesi, where they adapt from the schooner catch sailing ship from the European ship makers. So in 2017, pinisi was made in the representative list of the UNESCO as part of the World Intangible Cultural Heritage for Humanity. Really convinced that the best way to start your meal with a view like this is this simple, cute salmon with what I really love is a dot sauce. You have the romesco, of course, which is one of my favorite sauce, kind of Spanish sauce made from paprika that roasted and with spices, so it's sweet, so it's kind of smoky. As well is this deep fried capers. Like, not many people know that capers is also able to be deep fried, and it gives this crispy texture that balances the softness from the salmon carpaccio, and also give this a little salinity, the saltness that resemble the ocean salinity. This is something that is unusual, where when you go to a place like this, where the ocean is the main view, and then you eat on the ship, but inside you have seafood, you have this ossobuco as the main dish. But everything is going to be okay when the food is this good. Because when you look at ossobuco is actually a classic Italian dish from the area of Lombarda. And what I love is that on the top of this ossobuco, to balance this softness and chunkiness of the meaty texture, they have what it called as the pangratata. So usually when you eat ossobuco, they will serve with the carbs, which is the polenta. But here at Thalassa, it's understandable why they use rice instead of polenta, because it's quite fulfilling. And the absorbent character of rice that absorbs all the sauces is actually really good. But what I love is that they are using this pangratata. Pangratata is when you go to Italy, you eat a very simple meal. Usually they put, for the crispy texture, is pangratata, which is a stale bread that they crust, and then they put lemon zest in it, and they put a parsley in it, and then they stir fry it or even bake and make it dry, so it became this breadcrumbs that full with flavor. And this is what they are doing to give an extra crispiness on this ossobuco dish. Yes, the pasta is really good. The prawn is fresh, and then the squid and the mussels all fresh. But what I really love from this, and I think is this the most important element, is actually the sauce. The sauce binds everything together. I believe it's made from white wine that perfectly reduced until you get this aftertaste like a tart apple. And then you have that sweetness from the reduction of butter that creates the body, and then just a hint of aromatic lemon, and it binds everything together as one perfect meal. Such a delicious seafood sauce, so delicious. there's nothing wrong when you create a good creme brulee, because the cream itself, the custard itself, it has this egg yolk flavor, but in a good way. And then the vanilla, they're using a real vanilla here. And then the sugar, it's bitter, it's crunchy, it's how a creme brulee should be. But if I have to revise the menu name, it's going to be a custard vanilla with a caramel snap, because it reminds me with the texture of a ginger snap, where you create a caramel like a biscuit, and then they have this like a snap, a texture in your mouth. It's really nice. As a city, Jakarta actually still possesses charm as a coastal area. Yes, there are still many homeworks to do, but at least we have for the city's many seaside culinary treasures to experience, to give us hope that one day, perhaps Jakarta's coastal gastronomy can be great.